Guys, I'm bringing the party to you.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
You big dummy. Oh, great Odin's raven.
Say hello to my little friend.
I stepped in a ditch last night, man. I almost froze my balls off, man.
You take drugs, Danny?
Every day. Good.
What's the problem?
Yeah, Daisy.
Oh, we know Buffy fear well without.
I'm the doctor.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
This aggression will not stand, man.
Engage. Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Pulp Culture Cafe. Season 14, episode 4, what did I write down? 412, that's right, 412. So come on in, take yourself a seat in the corner booth and let's get our geek on and get the boat on the road. So as we usually start episodes, Scott's going to slap us about the head with some news about some stuff, hopefully.
Either of you watch Ted?
Yes. Yes, that's all.
Which Ted?
Ted the animated bear.
Oh, I have just found all season 2 episodes somewhere in the world, and I have got to watch them, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Basically, I'm saying I found it on the internet, I fucking downloaded it. Oh.
Due to production costs, season 2 is the end of it.
Yeah.
Each episode costs about $8 million to make, and that's for a 30 million.
Whoa.
That's for a 30-minute comedy, and this is coming from Seth MacFarlane himself.
Shit.
He said that there's no season 3 in the future, immediate future.
Yeah.
But yeah, $8 million for a 30-minute episode. There is, however, an animated sequel in the works. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that bear's charm will carry over to an animated version, especially where usually you could say, oh yeah, animated would be a little cheaper, but it would still work. But I don't know whether it will with that bear like that.
I think part of the charm of the whole concept is the fact that it's a live action show.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's quite well done. I can see where the 8 million goes, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
The effect is pretty good if for a TV show.
Yeah.
MacFarlane said that, you know, if the technology got cheaper, he said the show could run for 20 seasons.
Yeah.
But he said right now it's just too expensive. But you'll see, these are the type of companies you'll see leaning into AI, because they'll be like, we want to do this, but it's just not cheap, and that's where they'll find ways to cut costs.
Yeah, great.
I've not seen either season.
Oh.
Did you guys both see season 1?
I've seen season 1.
Both seasons. Yeah.
I haven't
So
seen all
is
this. I haven't seen season
good?
2 yet.
Is it good?
Oh fuck, I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like it. Yeah, I like the movies as well, to be
Yeah.
honest. But I really like it. Yeah.
Seen
Yes.
the movies, haven't seen the TV series.
Oh
Yeah, I think the second season's probably similar to the first season, and the same with any sitcom. You know, there's sometimes the B story's a bit of a dud. Sometimes some of the jokes don't land, but generally speaking, I think it's really good. I love it.
It seems like one of those series you can just get away with shit, right?
It's essentially very much like Family Guy, where all they do is engineer situations where somebody can say something just outrageous for laughs. And it kind of works most of the time.
I love it for that.
You know, it's the type of humour that I enjoy. So I'm a big fan. I really like it. I was disappointed when I heard that there wasn't going to be a season 3. But I thought it's one of those cases where it's just be grateful for what you got. I didn't expect there to be a season 2, to be quite honest. So, you know.
It's also one of those things where it's not ended on a cliffhanger, right?
No.
So it's like, okay, season 2's the end, that's fine. There's no cliffhanger. I can live with that. I just hate shows where they cancel and there's a cliffhanger. So
yeah, I think the first Ted movie is essentially season 3. It kind of sort of I mean, there's a huge gap between the two, the end of season 2 and the 10th movie, but it leads into the 10th movie. Basically, it says, if you want more 10, just go watch the fucking film.
Yep.
Essentially.
The rest of the news I have is fucking big stories.
Okay.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer is dead.
Yeah.
If someone had told me 2 weeks ago that I'd be talking about the story right now, I never would have believed him. This was the biggest shock to me in news, probably in the last 2 years.
Really?
That the Buffy the Vampire reboot is dead on arrival. It's not going to be made. They did a pilot, a 90-minute pilot. Hulu didn't like it. They asked for rewrites. They gave them the rewrites, and they passed on it. And again, I never thought that this would happen. A few details are starting to come out. It seemed like that the pilot was a lot of new characters and not a lot of Buffy. May have had a little bit of that Luke Skywalker thing in the first movie where she showed up. My understanding is that's what happened. She showed up in the last 5 minutes. It was very kid orientated, skewed very young in the pilot. They did the rewrites and they were more mature, and they still passed on it. Sarah Michelle Gellar, and this is kind of a story that's been kind of building over the last week since they announced it. Sarah Michelle Gellar blamed the anonymous mail, and it was one of those things that I was thinking, it's never been easier to be honest.
Oh, you mean she's blaming Josh?
No, she blamed an executive, an anonymous executive that she said had never watched the series and he wasn't on board with it. Like, just name the guy. Like, it's not a big deal. You can say this person didn't like it, but
yeah, it's not libel, is it? If all she does is just say,
not libel.
Yeah, he just didn't like it.
It just seemed like she wanted to say, you men killed this project. And I thought it was such a bullshit way to say it. Like, of all the things, it's not like, what can the guy do?
She came out and started bitching about Josh. What, she got to wait another 20 years before she can say this guy's name?
Yeah, the way she handled it was very weird. I mean...
I don't remember if she did bitch about him, but I know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? They always wait too long.
But some of the other stuff I had heard, that Closeau's style never really matched up with what the original vision was, which would make sense because it wasn't anyone in the cast's vision. And this has kind of been the same problem that I've said from the beginning. If you're going to do it, let Joss out of the doghouse. And if you're not going to let him out of the doghouse, don't do it. And it's fascinating because when she said that, I did a bit more research. Dolly Parton was going to serve as an executive producer.
Oh, cool.
And if she wanted that made, no fucking anonymous male executive would have said, yeah, Dolly, you billionaire, we're not going to do it. Yeah. So
but you still have to find a home for it. That's the thing.
Yeah, but the buck stopped at someone higher, and I could not. When I found out Dolly Parton was going to serve an executive producer, I said to myself, "That's probably who canceled it." To be honest, the script was written by Nora and Lila Zuckerman. If I never got the Joss. He was never charged with anything. He was never sued civilly. I don't know. I don't know why he's one of the guys, the Weinstein guys. There's a lot of guys in Hollywood that should have gone away, but I never understood why he got his career destroyed. I heard lots of innuendo. I heard accusations, but that's as far as it went. And the fact that this got put into the ground surprised me. And it says a lot of where Hollywood must be right now, where this kind of sure thing, they said, nope, we're not putting the money into it after seeing a pilot. And basically what would be an outline for the first season, they said, no, thank you. We're passing on it. I don't know where they go from here, to be honest. It seemed like Sarah Michelle Gellar was saying later on in the week, don't read this, because the script's out there. I read the first 5 pages of the script. It was dry. It was very much language you would see in like 2021, 22 that people were just some really cringeworthy shit, to be quite honest. And I didn't, when I first read the first excerpt from the first 2 or 3 pages, I was thinking this can't be real. But then the script's online, and I read the first 5 pages, and I'm like, this was probably a good thing that they didn't go with this, because it's not very good, to be quite honest. But yeah, and the other big one was, you've Green Lanterns, we just talked about in the last show.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison, have both of you read his run on the Green Lantern?
I can't remember which storyline was his.
Yeah. I read Darkest Day. It was Darkest Night? I read Darkest Night. That thing.
I've never read the Green Lantern, but my understanding is he had an iconic run. And what happened was, Damien Lindelof, who was doing the new Lantern show, he also did Watchmen. If you'll remember back in 2020.
Oh, yes.
Same guy.
Yeah.
And he was very mouthy about the Watchmen, which was a beloved property back in the day. And if you remember, he kind of just gave it his own spin. He was one of the first folks that took something and kind of turned it into something else. So he had made a comment, and again, this was kind of one of those things that they made a story of it until someone commented on it that the comic world and the writers' world respected, where it kind of became something else. Basically what happened was Damien Lindelof made a joke on a podcast in 2024, and basically saying about it was stupid to put green in the title. That's why it's called Lanterns. And he was joking around, but it was one of those things that we've had other people come into the comic world and do covers of comic-related, and it's almost like they're embarrassed to be there, so they kind of try and put their own spin on it. And this is what, to Grant Morrison, this is what it felt like. So Grant Morrison put out a statement on his Substack, and it's a couple of paragraphs long, so indulge me, but writers know how to write, and when they will have something to say, they tend to say it very eloquently. So I'm just going to read this quick statement here from Grant Morrison. TV writer-producer Damien Lindelof's comments notwithstanding, the Green in Green Lantern, Green is not stupid. Why does a writer attach himself to this type of narrative if he thinks it's fundamentally stupid? You don't hand CSI scripts to patronizing writers who condemn forensic reports and their haircuts as stupid. So why hire people who are ashamed and in denial about comic book material they've been assigned to develop? Why don't they turn down jobs they're not suited for? It's not like he needs the money, and Lindelof has proven that he can come up with his own ideas. What is this jockish dismissal of superhero conventions intended to prove anyway? Does Lindelof imagine that he makes him feel less nerdy? It's a bit too late for that, so what's it all about? The only people who give a fuck about the Lanterns TV series are Green Lantern fans. Why alienate them from the start? That feels more like stupid. Green Lanterns is a much more evocative and dramatic title than Lanterns, just as Raise the Red Lantern is a better movie title than Raise the Lantern. Anyone who can't grasp why this is shouldn't be anywhere near superhero stories. The show might be good, the show might be even good, but how much better could this stuff be if studios are willing to hire the right people for the job instead of phoning their embarrassed friends to water the source material down? And this was a great quote. Hollywood will die of insularity and inbreeding. When you piss off a writer, he's got 100 ways to come at you. And this was the quote. This was the Substack that Grant Morrison put up. And I would say it's about 2 or 3 days later. And during this time, they canceled Buffy. And I suspect someone at HBO said, Damien, quit fucking around. Because they went through this with him with the Watchmen, and he was this was 2020 and it was a different time, and he was like, fuck you, I'll do what I want. And he said, I don't care if it's one season. I remember specifically saying about the Watchmen, I don't care if it's one season. They turned it into a limited series. So he apologized, and he said, I've been a Green Lantern fan for years, and he brought forth him in Green Lantern t-shirts, and he said, I didn't mean any disrespect. It was a joke on a podcast, and he said, I really hope you'll take an opportunity to watch this and enjoy it for what it is, I have nothing but respect. But I didn't realize the respect that Grant Morrison had in the writing industry until this happened, because a lot of people were like, okay, you obviously hit a nerve somewhere. But it's interesting. I kind of hope that a lot of folks that come into the superhero genre from here on out will think twice about just acting like they're almost embarrassed to be there. Because that he said it's a joke, but it wasn't a joke. And he said a lot of folks come in there, like Rian Johnson said, I'm going to destroy your childhood. What a dickish thing to say about the whole Star Wars franchise. They come in and they're almost embarrassed to be there, so they kind of try and make it their own thing to legitimize it. And time after time, they end up shitting the bed on it. So it was an interesting story that's come out in the last week, and I hope it changes the mentality of a lot of these showrunners that come in to do comic book source material. It changes the way they look at it. So
hopefully going forward, then there will be some resonance through the industry with a quote like that, because it's very eloquent. It's a very powerful statement that he's put out there. It's absolutely right. You know, it is what it is. If you're embarrassed, don't just fuck off and don't touch it. You know, put someone in charge who would be proud to be part of a project like this. And I think I think the most interesting part of the story is when everyone seems to be listening to Grant Morrison, like you say, the amount of respect that his name seems to carry through the industry. There must be an awful lot of people sort of approaching middle age now who grew up sort of reading Grant Morrison stories who thought, shit, I've just been told off by my dad. That's exactly what it was. And I think that's when you'll stop seeing comic book source material being turned into TV shows and movies, when the writers who wrote a lot of this stuff, you know, they're no longer part of the industry or no longer part of this world. But I mean, it was very eloquently done. I think it was something that needed to be done, because you look at the first 12 years of the Avengers universe, the MCU, those are all comic book geeks. Feige, Robert Downey Jr., Don Cheadle, they were all established geeks, and they said it loud and proud, and they, you know, Stan Lee and everything, and that's what they've kind of gotten away from, unfortunately, and it's what they're going to need to get that universe back on track, DC and Marvel for that matter. Agreed.
Do you have a Firefly story?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have anything about Firefly?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right. Because if you did,
no.
What I'm asking, because if you didn't, I did. But if you haven't, then go.
I'll tell you. Let me finish my last one, then you can do the Firefly one.
Okay.
Oscars coverage. 17.8 million watched, lowest viewership since 2022. I saw the clips from it. It's relatively political. Conan host. He put out some jokes that I'm thinking, fuck, I didn't see the joke about because I guess this year was the first year that there are no Brits in the Best Actor or Best Actress.
Oh yeah.
And he made a joke about the Brits saying that we arrest our pedophiles over here.
Yeah.
And there was confusion because everyone thought he was talking about one section, and another group of people thought he was talking about another section. And I'm thinking, how many sex offenders do we have in this country? But again, it was one of those things that I'm thinking, ow, Jesus, that was Ricky Gervais. Like, he must have said, you know what, I'm just going to say whatever the fuck I want to say. But the two best pictures, it was One Battle After Another and Sinners were kind of hashing it out for all the awards. I haven't seen either movie, but folks that I respect have said that this was just a very meh year at the movies, and it was a kind of a weak field, and that may have had something to do with why they had low ratings.
I know. I think because people are starting not to really care.
Yeah. I mean, but the fascinating thing was there was 181 million impressions on social media throughout the broadcast. The part they leave out is about 160 million were shitting on the Oscars during the broadcast. because I was on a couple of platforms and I'm looking at the comments and maybe there was 10 and the other 70 or 80 were like, what the fuck was that all about? You know, just the dumb shit that had gone on during it. I guess a lot of the comedy bits, and they had Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans came out on stage to present an award to crickets. I watched the video footage, and it was like, wow.
No one. What do you mean? No one's clapping for them coming out? You mean?
There wasn't that, like, you know, they're together after 14 years. There was
Oh,
no real
they don't
reaction
care
from the
there.
audience.
Maybe the audience in the up top row in the nosebleeder might care, but the main audience of the actors don't give a shit.
There was no real reaction when they walked out on stage. It was like, and even the dialogue, and that's what a lot of people said. A lot of the skits that people tried, they just didn't hit the mark, and that seemed to be a variation of the entire award that people said, stop it with the comedy camp. It's not working. Just make it shorter. Have someone come out, do the presentations, and just leave the comedy to comedians instead of having actors come out and do these little bits, because they, for the most part, they bombed. So
I remember that. I watched a clip with Rodney Dangerfield coming out and doing a presentation at the Oscars. He just kind of like started doing a stand-up routine before he got to his bed. It was pretty good.
Yeah, if you want it, leave it to the comedians. But it's lost 2/3 of its audience since 1995. It went from 45 million, and again, it was like 16, 17 million here. I don't know. It's each passing year they seem to be more insular in what they're liking. And again, with the new rules, a film like Nuremberg, who probably should have been nominated in some way, can't because it doesn't fit the new rules and regulations to be eligible for an Oscar.
Yeah.
So.
No. Yeah, I used to watch it, but I don't even care anymore. I don't care about the Oscars one bit. So. Yeah,
they said the average age of an Oscar watcher is 63, and that's up
That's
from
an
like
average. Wow.
Yeah, 10 years ago it was like 51, and now it's up to 63. So it's aging out, and Gen Z doesn't give a fuck about award shows.
No.
They don't give a fuck about going to the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's more than one person has said that cinema has about 20 to 25 years left, and that's it.
Yeah.
No one, it'll stage out.
Or it'll be specialty houses, you know? There'll be a place where they just you come for an event. We're going to show this movie, and it won't be huge, but they'll get some cinephiles and just people want to see a movie in the theater again to come out, but it won't be like they'll turn all the old Cineplex theaters into condos.
Yeah.
So.
Or they'll start showing movies that they what was it they just released? It made $40 million in a weekend. What the fuck was that? There was a movie that they re-released for an anniversary, and it made $40 million over the weekend or a week. And I was sitting there saying to myself, you know, if you just re-release and you don't have to put a ton of money into marketing, and you can pick up $30-40 million, why not?
Yeah. I listened to We Were Spaceman. It's a podcast with Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk on it.
Yes.
But I've heard stories about. So they basically kind of officially announced that Firefly is coming back, but not 100%, because the thing is they've got the scripts. All the actors are returning, even Alec Tudyk, because Nathan on the podcast said he didn't want to do a show without everybody. So it's an animated show. I've seen some of the artwork done for the show. It looks really good. Just the character profiles. Scripts have been written. I don't think all of them, but some have. Nathan's writing some. He wanted to set it between the series and the movie. He says, I don't care about anything that happens after the movie because I want everybody back. So that means that Ron Glass' character's coming back, but it won't be done by him because he's passed away. But Alan will be back and so they've seen it. They've got the company to do the artwork. They've got the script. He said, I went to Josh and I wanted his blessing first. If I hadn't got his blessing, the series wouldn't be going at all. Josh gave his blessing to it. And then, so they've got the animated, Josh blessings, the production company to do it. The only thing they don't have is a home. So they don't have a place to put it. So everything else is there, but a place to broadcast it, which means basically it's stalled there until someone decides they want to pick it up.
Right. I think the original series is on Disney at the moment.
Yeah, it's on Disney. Yeah. It's on different places, depending where you are. Right. I heard them say on the podcast that it's actually on Prime in America. So, but here we've got it on Disney. When you're saying you must be over there on Disney.
Yeah.
So, so they said basically now it's up to you. You've been saying for years you wanted Firefly to come back. Well, now you have to show the support to give the reason for them to want to do it, right? You need to get in there and start texting whoever, Disney, Prime, anybody that wants to, that has a streaming service or whatever, basically, to want to spend their money to do this. So that's where they're at. And he said one of the things they've done is, because they've mentioned coming back, when I turn on my Disney streaming service, one of the things that come up right away now is being watched again is Firefly. So they're also saying, go to your streaming sources, start watching Firefly again, build up those numbers, because that's the only thing they really look at is those numbers. Yep. So get them to see that people are interested and they'll want to spend the money. So with it being animated too, there's so much more they can do. They're not restricted in physical means, but in animation you can do all kinds of different planets, different characters, different, like I just read here, like space battles too, if they need to do a space battle or whatever. So that's where we're at with Firefly. Actually makes me want to go watch it again, because I haven't watched it in a while. So
yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time. I want to watch that again. I'd really like to watch the Battlestar Galactica reboot again as well, but that's a bigger investment because that's like 4 seasons, I think, something like that, and the spin-offs. Yeah. But Firefly, I might have to watch that again just to give the ratings a bit of a boost.
Yeah. So yeah, me too. That's what I was thinking. We'll get on Disney and show what they're doing. So
smart guy. He him saying, Nathan Fillion, he's saying, this is how it happens. You have to let them know. It's I mean, a lot of actors, there's a strong ego and they hate begging. They just want to put the film out and go out and do the thing. But actors need to say, this is what's going to happen. If you let them know you like it, they'll make more. If you don't say anything, they won't make more. And sometimes I don't think actors, and I think it's an ego thing, they feel like it's begging. It's not begging, it's just making people aware.
Well, no, it's common sense also.
Yeah, exactly. It's common sense, and that's not as common as we think it is. So
true.
It's not.
So
I hope it works too. But it puts the pressure on us. All the people have been screaming about it, right? Okay, now it's left in your hands. He's done everything. He has everything set and ready to go. He has everything he needs. Now, if you really want it, you better get out there and tell them. Because if you don't actually come out and say how much support, there's a difference between saying, I want Firefly stories, and then just sitting there and not backing it up, right? Or going to conventions and saying, I like Firefly. Now's the time to put your money where your mouth is. So,
if the first 6 seasons successful, they do a second season, it might even be worth it to have the last episode of a movie that an animated movie you can put in theaters to see if there's a taste for people to pay to watch it. And if an animated movie is successful, then you move on to live action if you can, because that's when studios will say, okay, wait a minute, now people are willing to pay for this. So there's a roadmap, and I think if it was successful, I've never understood why so many people there's built-in audiences for TV series, and they don't go to the big screen. When you have an audience of 6 to 8 million people, even if 3 million went to it, you're going to have a decent opening weekend.
Well, they did Serenity, and Serenity didn't do.
They did Serenity, but where it was placed, I remember when it came out. It was a great movie, by the way. I was going to say, Serenity is still a classic. It's one of those movies that every scene was great, and it had bad timing, and I can't remember what it was around it, but I remember it was sandwiched between two big blockbusters. I think May it was released, and it gets sucked
but
up
also,
in the vortex.
You have people, even when Serenity, they still screaming for more, so he gave them more, gave them a movie. And they still didn't turn out for it, no matter what, right? So that's why I think he's doing it this way. You wanted it, we gave you a movie, you didn't really turn out for that. So if you want this done, you're going to have to turn out. So it's now on you, which I think is smart. Because if it fails, he can say, it looks like there wasn't enough for it. And I'm sure people, being humans, being the pieces of shit we are, they'll blame him. Right? They'll blame, it's your fault you didn't get it done. No, we had everything. You just didn't show the support that you said you had for it. So.
Bandwagon jumping has never been more obvious than it is right now, where they'll hate watch stuff. I mean, my understanding is there's a very good chance that Starfleet Academy is going to get a season 3. Just because people fucking hate watch the thing.
Well, I heard... Okay, well, we can use that as news, right?
Sure.
Is that I saw, it depends where you read it, that they're not even sure. They filmed season 2, but they're not even sure it's even going to come out for season 2.
Yes.
They don't know if they're going to,
Wow. I stopped watching it. I watched 3 episodes and I was like, no.
I watched 2 and I was done.
Yeah, done.
I went back.
I didn't go back.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
But if it gets to season 3, that will be the first confirmed hate watch trend. They hated it so much they watched it and got another.
We needed
season,
content for our show, so we're gonna hate watch this so we have content.
That's what it is. There's so many people out there now that they just watch it and it's all negative reviews and it's just a big rage review.
Yeah.
There's no positivity at all to it. It's just a big rage review, and that's how they get their clicks. And every one of their fans, and I know I'm a pseudo fan of Neurotic. I think he helped bring about a lot of good stuff when it came to the Star Wars stuff, but everything's anger. It's like you can't find anything good. And then all your fans say, I wonder if it does suck that bad. I'm going to go watch it so I can tell my friends how bad it sucks.
Yeah.
And then they end up getting it a 3rd, 4th, 5th season. It's amazing. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but I mean, we'll see with that.
And that's how things get greenlit. It's not by how highly it scores in the review ratings, it's how many views it get and how much airtime it gets.
Yeah.
So,
6 million people fucking hate this. Let's make another one.
If those 6 billion people come and watch the next one, they'll keep making them.
and then
That's how it works.
apparently they're gonna. I don't understand the reason. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping it has the old Star Trek content, especially since Paramount got bought out. Whoever is making it now is more of the one way or the other. But go back to the original storytelling because they're going to do Star Trek season or year 1, which basically has the new actor that's playing Kirk go to the year 1, which doesn't make sense to me because then they kind of rebooted the original series. Well, this is year 1. I don't know if they're going to tell stories because to me seasons 1, 2, and 3 are part of that 5-year mission, right? They never did 4 and 5.
That's right.
So how can you do year 1 unless you're going to tell different stories within that year? So
Should put it on ice for like 5 years. Just put it on ice because the stink coming off in the last 5 years has been so bad that they need 5 years just to get a fresh start.
Yeah, and they have to just. I'm not even going to talk. We've talked about it so many times; it's boring.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean, right? So Okay, so let's move on to... Anybody watch any other trailers other than the one... Oh, I know you just watched one.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that one.
We can talk about that one. Yeah.
Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord coming out from Disney. And, it looks so interesting. And we talked before... talked about this earlier, but it seems like Disney animations really seems to be able to tell really good stories and comes out with good shows. I have to go back and I don't know how far I can maybe to find one that's whatever, but bad or good. But when they come out with a story, I'm always going to sit there and at least watch the first 3 or 4 episodes because I usually know I'm going to get hooked into it. So
yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just surprisingly good. I don't know. I think the ratio of actual Star Wars fans who make the animated stuff is greater than the live action stuff. I mean, reportedly, when you watch behind the scenes interviews and things and documentaries, there seems to be some really strong Star Wars fans involved with the live action stuff. But I think the production process must just go through so many different hands. It just gets something gets lost in translation. But the animated stuff, I think everyone who's involved in it must just be such a massive Star Wars fan. They just refuse to let it be shit. So when you're watching something animated from Star Wars, it's more than likely going to be good. So I was very pleasantly surprised when I saw this trailer. I was watching this and I thought, this actually looks pretty good. There's a lot in here that looks pretty fucking cool, if we're being honest. And I will definitely watch that when it comes out. Definitely. Darth Maul isn't really my guy because I watched Phantom Menace in the cinema, didn't really like it. I know that he had a bit of a story arc in the... was it Clone Wars he was in, or was it Rebels? I can't remember.
I think it was Rebels.
But they've done something with him.
No, maybe Clone Wars.
I can't remember.
Yeah, me either. Actually, I'm just going to say I'm not sure. Like you. I'm not sure.
I can't remember. But this actually looks pretty interesting. I was trying to place it. I was trying to gauge whereabouts in the timeline it lands. But I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But it looks interesting. It looks pretty good. So I'm looking forward to it. April. I forget the exact date, but it comes out next month.
Looks like he's basically he's on no side. He's on his own side. He's doing the Rebels and the Empire because the Empire fucked him over. So he's basically I'm playing my own game now, and I don't care. So,
I'm all for it.
Me
watch
too.
That. Looks pretty
that's
good.
what means you can do it in that way. You can, like you said, he wasn't one of your favorite characters, but he might develop into one that's more interesting now because they can expend so much more. So you might never raise up high on your level, but he'll raise up just because there's interest in his backstory now, or more in.
So he's a little bit like a Boba Fett character, going all the way back to The Empire Strikes Back. I don't necessarily mean all the Mandalorian stuff that's been on, but it's like he didn't have a huge amount of screen time, but he was really fucking cool when he was on screen. So I do like the character. So definitely looking forward to that. Definitely. It's a good trailer. Anyone who hasn't seen it should go and watch it. It's pretty fucking good.
I've got another one. There's a trailer for a movie coming out. Where is it? I have it. Called They Will Kill You. It's an action thing. It's kind of like a John Wick sort of thing, where a lot of cartoon violence in it. It's Zazie Betts, B-E-T-Z.
Zazie Beetz. She was in Deadpool 2.
And so she's the lead in this, and she's like trapped in this hotel, and she's fighting her way through it, and everything they throw at her, she's beating the fuck out of them. And they give a little blip where they say, "How the fuck did you learn how to fight like this?" And it shows real quick she's in prison. So it's only a few seconds, and then she's out. So this looks like one I really hope it says the 27th, so next weekend. So I might actually spend some money and go see this in the theater. It looks like looks kind of fun. So it's, I'm falling into that. How they got it described in IMDb: one person army action, horror, psychological horror, splatter horror means there's going to be a lot of blood, right?
Yep.
And action comedy horror. So, I watched the trailer. I watched the first time in Chinese or Japanese, so I had no fucking clue what was going on. Because it just popped up and so but just without being in English, I said, oh, this looks interesting. This looks like maybe a video game slaughterhouse type of thing. So I'll turn off my brain and say, okay, as much as I'm sick of the violence of certain things, this one I want to see, because I am a fan of women kicking the shit out of people. I do like strong women that, I'm tired of seeing the opposite of horror movies where the women are the stupid victims, where the women that come out and says, I'm gonna fucking fight back and I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. So
I'm just looking at it now. It's got Heather Graham in it as well.
Yeah.
That is never a bad thing. I've always had a bit of a thing for Heather Graham.
Tom Felton, Patricia Arquette. Those are probably the main names that people will recognize. But a whole bunch of other different people in there. So, and what other trailer did I watch? No, I think that was it. This was the last two I had for trailers.
I have a quick trailer.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a quick trailer that'll be part of a bigger conversation. Let me just confirm this. Yeah. Netflix and Disney are very different. For the simple fact is, Daredevil starts on Tuesday, and we never even thought about it. And I remember when Netflix was putting Daredevil on, they had those beautiful trailers, and you knew exactly when it was starting. And I watched the trailer for Daredevil, and they're going into season 2, and us hardcore nerds never even really thought that we don't even, I just realized, oh God, Daredevil starting on Tuesday. I remember when I was watching that series on Netflix, I couldn't, I knew the exact day it started, and that's where Disney is kind of falling down on this show, is that there's not near the hype for this second season as there was for the first. And I watched the trailer for the second season, and it's good, not great, but I haven't seen near as much on social media talking about the second season.
Well, see, I'm the opposite. I've seen it a lot. I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it on different platforms. I've seen it, so I know it's coming out. I didn't know what day it was coming because I usually don't pay attention to the day, simply because with streaming, it doesn't really. It's not like, okay, episode 1 aired. Fuck, I gotta wait for reruns, right?
Yeah, it's on Tuesday, but I forgot. What did you guys think of the trailer?
I did watch it. Purely because I'm looking forward to it so much. I'm going in cold.
Yeah.
So I deliberately didn't watch the trailer because I know Jessica Jones is in it. I thought I can't fucking wait. I'm really looking forward to this. I really am. Because I just love the Daredevil TV show.
I watched it, but it wasn't like I gave. Oh yeah, this looks cool. I already made my mind up. I was going to watch it. So you weren't preaching to someone who's going to come say, oh, I need to watch this show. I don't know what it's about, or I've watched the other 2 seasons, but it looks cool. I just simply said they said they were making a season 2, and that's all I needed to know. You didn't have to put a trailer out for me. And plus a trailer for, what is it, probably 8 episodes? Is there
8 probably?
Yeah, sounds about right.
8 episodes. It's different because you've got 8 episodes and they're probably showing they might be showing clips from every episode, but it's like a movie. You've got 90 minutes or 2 hours, so you're showing a clip. It has to get you excited. You're showing a clip for a TV show that I'm already excited about, so I don't need it. So it's like, okay, that's nice. I'm still gonna watch it. I honestly didn't really pay that much attention to it. I watched it, but I didn't pay attention to it because I knew I was gonna watch it anyhow. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so let's go. We've done news. We've done some trailers. Anybody got any movies you want to talk about? The movies.
Movies.
Yeah.
No, I've got some TV I want to talk about. Oh, I've got one movie which I've been meaning to talk about for quite a while. It's been hanging around on the bottom of my list. I don't think we've spoken about it. The Knives Out 3, Wake Up Dead Man.
Oh, yeah, that's a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, that is a while ago. Like I say, it's been on the list for a little while. I think I don't know when it came out. Maybe last year it came out. Just want to chuck that one in there. Yeah. One movie on the list that I haven't spoken about yet. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like these Knives Out films with Daniel Craig as the detective. What's it called? Benoit Blanc, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think they're just pretty good movies.
I love them.
A little bit of sort of, the Agatha Christie stuff, like Poirot or that sort of thing. They're just, detective movies. Yeah. Following clues, that sort of thing. They usually got a decent cast of actors in them. I enjoyed it. So I was going to say, if either of you haven't seen it, then I would recommend it. It's a pretty good movie. I hope they keep doing them. I'd watch another one.
Yeah, same here. I really enjoy it too. This one, they make him sound like he's this great detective, but he also in this movie he made him sound like, I'm not sure what the fuck's going on, right?
Yeah.
I liked it because of that. I liked it because he wasn't 100% sure, Like most detectives, I know this happened, this happened, this happened, and this happened. This is how it happened. He's going, this happened. What the fuck? How the fuck?
Yeah.
What? And so that's what I really love it. Yeah.
Yeah, because in the second movie, when he goes on that murder mystery thing that Edward Norton has apparently been creating for however many weeks or months or whatever, he just solves it in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
and I thought, oh wow.
Yeah. And this one, he's like, okay, fine. I don't know what the fuck happened here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was quite jarring, really.
Yeah.
Just expecting to know.
Yes.
Like a Sherlock Holmes, you just expecting to know, and he didn't know. So he was really digging in to investigate.
Yeah.
To actually find out what had happened. It was quite interesting.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I am like you, Paul. I hope they do more. I really like that character.
And why not? Yeah, I mean, there are hundreds of episodes of Poirot. Let's have a few more of these Benoit Blanc.
And it's just what's getting it's the same character who many people destroyed Star Wars, and then he comes along and creates these series, which is really fucking good. So
the only other movie that I wanted to bring up, you mentioned it, I think, before we started recording. We Bury the Dead. Now I haven't seen it, but it did ring a bell, so I looked it up.
Yeah.
And I this is on my radar because it's got Daisy Ridley and it's got the guy who played Robin.
Yes, I didn't recognize him at first.
TV series, Brenton Thwaites. Yeah. Now I watched the trailer for this a while ago because I thought, oh, this is interesting because I like zombie movies. Yeah. And it kind of looked like a zombie movie, so I watched the trailer and I thought, this looks quite good because Daisy Ridley was in it, and the other people. I thought this is just a made-for-TV movie. It's probably going to be a bit shit, but I did notice, and currently the Rotten Tomatoes score is at 88%, and I thought this actually looks quite good. So I'm going to watch it at some point. I just haven't yet. Have you seen it? Or
yes,
have you
I watched the
trailer?
Because it. Sorry, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
You said it's called Bury the Dead.
We Bury the Dead.
We Bury the Dead.
We Bury the Dead. And Daisy Ridley was in it?
Yeah.
Was it a Star Wars documentary?
No.
No.
I'm so sorry, Daisy. I'm so sorry, Daisy.
Yeah.
It was just there and I took it.
Yeah. No, I found it interesting. I was entertained. A couple times I'm kind of wondering what's happening. I question the director's choices in certain things and everything.
Right.
But I liked it because it didn't seem like a regular zombie movie. It was zombies, but again, if you can take the zombies and have them do something totally different that is not normal, that everybody expects a zombie to do, and this was it. She's basically the wife of a husband that they're separated, and he's on this island where a bomb has gone off accidentally, and it kills this large area with people. And she wants to get there to find him, so she joins a team, basically a cleanup team. They go in and they're cleaning up the bodies. So there's no residual thing, there's no nothing like that where they're worried about this bomb happened, killed a bunch of people, except some people are coming back. Not all, just some.
Right.
So she wants to get there. She kind of cheats her way to get there. The actor that you said that played Robin helps her get there. And then she's introduced, so that he's introduced, and then later her and the I can't remember his name, so I'm just gonna call him Robin. That's just, what's his name? Give him a damn first name here.
The actor's name's Brenton Thwaites.
Brent. Okay, yeah. Brenton. So Daisy and Brenton's characters run into another character, and his story takes a turn, and then the Brenton's character disappears. But he does come back. But it's like, okay, she just got abandoned by this guy that's helping her. They seem like they had a good connection. Now she's this other guy, and you can tell something's wrong almost from the start with him, but you're not sure. And it's a story of trying to put closure to a story, to an event that happened between her and her husband. She wants to find closure. And that's what the story is. Part of the story is, and how she gets there. I think you'll enjoy it. Now remember, there is some little screw ups here and there. You'll notice them. I'm pretty sure you're checking that is or a little jump or editing that should have been changed differently. But I would. It was something different, and especially when you find out why certain zombies are coming back. They figure this out. She figures it out. But I recommend it. If you can find it, watch it. Just turn off your brain and try not to over-examine it. Just enjoy it for what it is. And again, like I said, you will notice these little things here and there, but don't let it disturb from the story.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like the sort of thing I'd enjoy.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So another movie I watched, we're going to do a couple movies and then we'll just go to general shooting around here. Or movies and TV. You want us to put movies and TV together? Because it's stuff we watched, right?
Yeah, sure. Because I've got a couple of shows that I'm going to talk about. So
okay.
Yeah, do the movies first.
Okay, so I'm going to do this one, and it is called The French Dispatch. It is Paul Wes Anderson, one of his movies. Now, his movies are fucked up. You really got to pay attention to what's going on. And I think that's part of the reason why I love it, is the shooting style. Like, the movie in itself, I kind of enjoyed, but I was more interested in the whole movie about the shooting style, the character dialogue, how it's delivered. And it's basically about a magazine that's ending its run. The publisher, the owners died. That's played by Bill Murray. And it's showing different sections of the articles of the magazine. You know, these pages are this pages are this, these pages are that, and different correspondence and people he has to write the story. Because I think he's passing away, so that would be the final issue they're doing.
Okay.
It takes place in some French place. Like, I can't give you the town, right? I'm talking like France somewhere, right? During the 30s and the 40s, I believe. That's the style it looks like. And so again, it's just narrative, each section telling their story of this area, of this French district. And it goes from like the travel guy to a political writer, and a political story about an artist that's in prison. This other, and they want to buy his art and sell his art. It's really hard to give you an overall description of what exactly the movie is. It's just basically different sections of a magazine,
Right.
told, right? And so it has Del Toro, Benicio del Toro,
Benicio?
Andy Brody, Tilda Swinton, Leah Sandrox. Now I can't remember, but if you watch the James Bond movie, he played the girl, the last ones that he had fell in love with and had a child with. That blonde girl.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, what's the name?
Frances McDermott, Timothy Chalamet, Jeffrey Wright, Bill Murray, Owen Wilson, Henry Winkler. It had Larry Pine. Even has some appearances of actors that didn't show up in the credit.
Right.
But
that's a lot of people.
Yeah, and he seems to do have a lot of people. But to me, more than anything, I've watched a few Wes Anderson movies, simply because of his style, and that's what drives me to it. His photograph.
What's it called again? It sounds quite interesting.
The French Dispatch.
Let's have a look.
I watched it on Netflix.
Okay. That means I should also be able to watch it on Netflix.
Wait, I've just learned something. If I pull up the information and have in front of me, I'm better at describing it than just going off what's all on my pudding head.
That's why I've got 2 screens. Okay.
Yeah.
Where to watch? Says Disney Plus or Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been one of the either ones, but I get it mixed up now because I'm switching back and forth and stuff, just like the old. Except that I use the remote. I don't turn the dial like I used to in the old days, right? It's 8 o'clock. It's time for Carol Burnett. Let's turn to channel 2. You know, that kind of shit.
Oh man, I remember how to tune channels in through the aerial. Oh,
yeah. So I'll let one of you guys talk about something you've watched, movie or TV, that you.
You got anything, Scott? I feel like me and John have been talking quite a lot.
No, it's fine.
Well, I let you guys talk a lot the first episode.
Yeah.
So
you saw John. You've seen Invasion season 3, right?
Yes, the one on Apple TV. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Starred Golshifta Farahani, Anisha Malik, Shamara Anderson, who played Javante Cole, and if they recast the Black Panthers, they should seriously look.
Yeah,
at
you
this
talked
guy.
about that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Erica Alexander, she played Verna May Potter. She was the one who was the leader of the cult.
Mm-hmm.
Great actress.
Yeah.
There was definitely a different shift in vibe from season 1 and 2. It was like, it felt almost more like Walking Dead, where they're kind of out in the bush and kind of just surviving. Not a huge CGI budget, was used pretty effectively though. Definitely scaled back the cast from the first and second seasons. They got rid of the kids completely, almost. I hope they get a season 4 just to finish the story.
I don't.
It never. Yeah. I want them to finish the story, but I call it the Terminator setup. Do you remember the first minute of the Terminator movie where they showed the future and the battles, and you're thinking, wow, you can, and during the entire movie, you're thinking you have that in your mind about what's going on in other parts of the world or what's going to go on in the future. And if they did that even once in this series, it would make it better. But having the aliens in a scene here and there, and not having very many of them, you never really got that sense that it was a worldwide thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that's really hurt it. I mean, the acting has been relatively good. I've enjoyed it for the most part. I actually enjoyed season 3 more than I did season 2, but they never really felt like an invasion. For the name of the thing, where it's called Invasion,
Mm-hmm.
it never really had a scene where you're thinking, "Holy shit, the Earth's being invaded."
Yeah.
And that's one thing that really hurt it. The first season, if they didn't have the CGI, and it also tells me that the audience really didn't grow because they never really grew the CGI budget. I hope they do get a 4th season just to actually finish it up. I'm a completionist, and I hope they just don't kill it. They kind of set it up at the end where they're like, okay, if this is it, they gave some kind of wrap up, but it'd be nice if they could finish it completely. The poor kid, the British kid from the first season, who was actually a very good actor, his ending was kind of like just out the door type thing. I mean, but there was some good and bad. I enjoyed it for the most part because it wasn't as cerebral as the season 2, because I found season 2 was too cerebral, too much of the mind meld stuff between the aliens and the humans. But this was a little bit more. It felt a bit more like The Walking Dead or the Van Helsing TV shows, where there were actual conflicts between the cult leaders and the military and people who were just trying to survive this invasion. Well, not bad, not bad. It could be better, for sure.
Well, there's been nothing confirmed for season 4.
Yeah, nothing confirmed for season 4 yet.
And actually,
so we'll
I
see.
don't know if I'd watch season 4. I actually got turned away slowly towards the end, and when they ended it with him walking into the house, kind of saying they won, you know?
Yeah.
Wasn't sure, but saying they won. I said, that's fine. I can live it with that being there. I actually get tired of constantly... I would like to see some movies that I can't remember that were TV shows where, if they had the chance, it's ended. You know, it's not like, oh, what if we... No, I don't want more if. Oh, it's done. Well, listen.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, how far is everybody up on Monarch?
I haven't watched the latest episode.
Okay.
Which will be something like
episode 4?
5. Is it 4?
I think it's 4. Yeah.
Right. I haven't watched this week's, but I've watched all the previous
2
ones.
or 3. Okay. So I watched the latest one last night. I don't know. Like it's almost like I watch it in between. Just wait for the monsters to show up. That's where I got to with this episode. It's like, there's a lot of political stuff going on, and they're trying to figure this out and figure that out, and I'm going, okay, when's the monster showing up? When's the monster going to show up? And I didn't really pay attention to what was going on, honestly. I know that the lead actress has come back to the group. One of them went to this Apex, which is basically the evil company. You know, we're gonna do things. We're gonna cause destruction to show that we need to be the ones in charge. You know,
call it Team Gorilla.
And then we saw the monster there for a little bit, and then and now they've introduced the last episode. Did you guys? You must watch the episode where she wrote a note to what's his name, telling how she really felt.
That was the last one I watched.
Okay, so this one, there's a little bit more to that, and I just kind of said, "Oh, this is so fucking okay." I knew this was gonna happen. I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if they have a big fight and stuff. Just let me look at the Japanese women. Fuck yeah, okay, I'm done. You know.
Actually, I brought that up to Susan. I said the women in general in this series, they're buffer. You can tell they've been hitting the gym, and I don't know if you notice now, they have full makeup and hair in every scene. Before they do the Japanese lady, the young lady, she has full makeup and she looks beautiful in every scene, and it wasn't like that in the first season. Her hair was messier, but I said as soon as I said, A, they've been hitting the gym, and B, full hair and makeup in every scene now.
So I'm still enjoying it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's more like I'm enjoying this until Godzilla and King Kong come out and do some ass kicking. That's what I'm waiting for. So
I don't mind it. I did find it funny when the Japanese guy said, "Why would he leave an 11-year-old boy?" And I was like, "Cause your mom's fucking somebody else." That's why he left. Because your mom. And I just wanted to put my hands on his shoulders and say, "Your mom was fucking somebody else."
Well,
okay, that makes sense.
Let's just say that it's been confirmed in a way.
Yeah.
In the next episode. That's what the story leads now, so.
But that was funny because that scene was before the scene at the end of the book, and I was thinking, that's the kid's got to find that out. That's how you find out. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's
I don't mind it, but it's like
they don't have the budget for it. They don't have the budget for it. I mean, the key is where you put when you have a budget, where you put the CGI in the show. Kind of has to matter. I mean,
that's what. You mean they don't have the budget for the monsters?
Yeah, they don't have the budget to put monsters in 20 minutes of the show. They just don't.
No, you can't have a monster in every episode. They don't.
Well, goddamn, they did Ted for $8 million an episode, and that's only 30 minutes, right?
I know, and that's been cancelled.
Yeah. But
I'm the same. I really like this show. I really like Monarch. Mainly because of the concept. Mm-hmm. I think it's a really good idea because I'm like John. I don't know whether you're the same, Scott, but I really like the Kong movies and the Godzilla movies because I just it pretty much it's like Jurassic Park. It's like who doesn't like watching monsters smashing shit up or killing people? It's just it's entertaining. It is very, very entertaining, and they've generally pretty well done, or very well done. Love the first season of Monarch. Like I say, I think the concept is really good. You know, skipping between the 1950s and present day, you got Wyatt Russell and Kurt Russell playing the same character. What a good idea, because they do look, I know that they're father and son, but they just do look and sound so much alike. You buy into it. You know, you really buy into it. It really helps sell the concept of the show. And I like how it's done. I still really like it. There's something a little off with the second season. I think the first season was better because of the story that it told, you know? Sort of trying to find out what happened, and you're learning as you go. And once they broke the seal on that, once we went down into the the monster world, and we brought the scientist back, who's very, very attractive, by the way. It's like at the start of the second season, at the end of the last season, Kurt Russell got left behind, and it felt like within 10 minutes we got him back again. It's like, well, what was the point in that? You know, yes, it was a cliffhanger, but you resolved it like that. You know, I thought the point of the second season was going to be a little bit more, oh fuck, we need to go back for Kurt Russell, we need to get in before too much time's passed and so on and shit. And I thought they were going to get Kurt Russell back after about 10 years had passed in our time. So
and he'd be dead.
Like, within 5 minutes. Yeah, it's like, shit.
Isn't it the age faster or slower?
Yeah, it's time passes faster.
Yeah, it's slower. If so
the same, but they could have been aged up by a few years.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And I thought that's where they were going to go, but they didn't. So I thought that feels like a wasted opportunity for some storytelling there, because so much could have happened. But they just got him back straight away. You know, like I say, I'm enjoying it. But I think I'm with you. I think we're just waiting for Kong and Godzilla at this point.
This season feels very much villain of the week. Like this creature they brought back. I mean, I will bet the last 2 episodes are going to be that villain fighting Kong.
Oh, of course.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
You can tell where it's going.
Yeah,
definitely.
There's a few funny things that I found culturally. The Japanese character who had the 2 families. Only in that culture and a few others around the world could you make that sound classy. Because if that was Bob, the UPS driver, look, I had one family and I was fucking another. I had another one on the way. It's like, you couldn't do that in any. You couldn't do that in Western culture, certainly, where and bring any sense of honor to it. And it was just like this guy just really liked pussy. I love it.
That's what it boils down to, really.
Yeah, exactly. They try and make it sound so noble, but it's like, no, he just wanted to fuck a couple of women at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I love two women at the same time. So, well, but okay then.
Yeah.
I'll just
have a lovely time.
Okay, separate houses. Problem solved.
Just so your houses on the other side of the world. Okay. It's a plot device. It's just to get this young fella and the young woman sort of like, a bit of conflict between them, bit of, mutual interest. It's a plot device. Who gives a shit? But I like the monster stuff. I like the concept of the story. I preferred the first season. Still enjoying the second. The end. That's it.
Give me about 30 seconds or I'm going to piss my pants here. Hold on. Just a second.
Right.
Okay. Pissed your pants.
What have we got?
Well, I might have mentioned this before, but I know I might have if you guys had discussed it, but I don't know if I mentioned with Scott before. But I'm watching the Young Sherlock TV series that's on Prime. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, like, they dumped everything at once, but I am taking my time watching it because I don't want it to just burn it all at once.
Yeah.
At first, I thought they were doing just weekly, but then suddenly when I checked, oh fuck, they're all at once. But I don't want to watch them all at once. I'm finding it really interesting. It's done by Guy Ritchie. He's involved in it, I should say. He's involved in it. So the first couple of episodes he directed, and you've got that style of his.
Is it? I didn't realise Guy Ritchie did it. I'm more interested now because he did the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock films, didn't he?
I believe so. Yeah.
Is it the same world? Is it like a young Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock?
I'm not sure. It's just based apparently on a comic book or novel that was written.
Right. Okay.
With the Avengers, and what's interesting to me is that James Moriarty and Sherlock are friends in this.
Oh.
So the only stories I know is that when he's older, they're enemies, and Moriarty's a crime lord in a way. This he's not. He was a student trying to get into this college, but the actor Donal Finn, Donal, it's got a little apostrophe at the top of it, but he's plays James. I really like this actor. He really has a real good presence on screen. He was in the Rogue Heroes series that was on Prime about the SAS in the war.
Oh, I remember you talking about that. I've not watched that yet.
He's like only in a couple of episodes. And the Young Sherlock Holmes, Hero Phineas Tiffin is his name. But with the way it's shot again is that when Sherlock's going back in his mind to look stuff through, so you see him in his memories, but it's shot so you see it. So he's going through his memories. He's live, but they also take the character of Moriarty and put him there too. Almost like he's in the same, like he's in the mind with Sherlock, and he's asking him stuff about it. And they're kind of looking at the same thing, which is really that's a Guy Ritchie technique to me. And I think I'm on series 4, or episode 4. Sorry, and he's not the Basil Rathbone Sherlock Holmes. He's
the
a young
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, the one that's he's a young guy. He's learned himself. He still has that memory. He's a smart guy, but he's also getting a lot of shit that he's not supposed to. So his brother who plays Mycroft gets him into a college, but he thinks he's going to school, but no, he's actually going to work as what did they call him? They had a name for him back then. But he's basically like a servant. He's doing
right.
So he's not in school. He's in the school, but he's not learning.
Right. Got you.
So it's one. Because to me, I find so little to watch that I'll save this
Yeah.
So, like I might watch an episode tonight because I haven't watched it in a week or so, but to go back and watch it. So I recommend it. It'd be nice if it got another second series, but now I know nowadays it's no guarantee on anything anymore. So you just enjoy what you got. And,
yeah. This is true.
Yeah.
That sounds quite interesting. Yeah, I saw it on Amazon and just skipped over it, to be quite honest. I thought, I'm not really interested in Young Sherlock Holmes, but I didn't know that Guy Ritchie was making it, so that's more interesting because I like Guy Ritchie movies. So I shall give that a try.
Just give it a one or two at least and see if it hooks you or not. But I did find it interesting.
We haven't really touched on it. I have a comic review.
I know we don't do enough of those, so
yeah, it's a comic. I'm actually going to start reviewing the entire series, like if it's 5 issues or whatever. But this is Marvel Comics 1776. It's written by J. Michael Straczynski, and actually it was kind of cool because I realized I'm watching the art in this comic, and for the first 2 issues, I'm thinking. It was reminding me, I've seen this art somewhere before. And it was an artist by the name of Ron Lim, who did a Captain America run for probably 50 issues in the late 80s, early 90s.
Did he do Rom?
Yes. I think it's the same guy.
That's why the name sounded familiar to me.
Ron Lim. But he's one of those guys I haven't seen him in a while, but I'm looking at this art and I'm thinking, where have I seen this art before? But I never paid much attention. But in issue 3, I was like, oh God, I watched this guy on Captain America. I think he did 60 issues. So basically, the storyline is Morgan Le Fay. And did you guys read that famous Iron Man where he went back in time and Doctor Doom was involved with it, or at least heard about it maybe?
No.
It was like Iron Man 150. He was there for like 10, 15 issues. It's kind of a very iconic run of Iron Man. And it's kind of where they got tied together in the MCU, and I think they may even touch on that coming up in the upcoming movies. But anyway, Morgan Le Fay had gone back, and she went back to the Battle of Saratoga, where they were fighting during the American Revolution, and she was trying to influence it so the British won. And the great thing about Michael Straczynski is they said that they've left me alone. I write the stories I want to write, and this was coming from him on his X. He said, no one says anything to me. I just pass in the work, and they print it, which is great, because he basically, Hulk, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Captain America, and Iron Man were there in the past. So they go back in the past, and Benjamin Franklin passed a message into the future. Doctor Strange got it, and then they go back in the past to set it right. And Clea is there actually too, which is kind of the standout, but I know they're going to be using her in the MCU, so it kind of makes sense. And it's like a 5-issue story of them in the past, and it takes place against the backdrop of the American Revolution. And actually, this year is the 250th anniversary of the American Declaration of Independence. There's a really cool scene at the end of it where it's Captain America kind of given the words for it. But I really enjoyed it. It's unique because it's a historical piece. You learn a lot of history, and a guy like Straczynski, he's read a lot, so there's little tidbits in there that I didn't know about the American Revolution. When I looked it up, oh geez, I'd never heard of that, and it's also historically accurate. It's good drama. People get shot, and there's one part that he's very good at. He doesn't gloss over the fact that 150,000 soldiers, 6% of the total U.S. population, died in that war. And he's very honest about that. It's a comic book, and it's very superhero orientated, but he doesn't shy away from the fact that a lot of people lost their lives in that war. And the writing on it's very eloquent, and I really did enjoy that aspect of it. But it's only 5 issues, and it finished last week, and I'm sure it'll be coming out in the trade soon enough. So if you're looking for something a little bit different from Marvel, it's very well written, very well paced, and worth a read.
Interesting.
I have a question for you, Paul. Did you happen to have a chance to read any of that new Punisher series?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I knew you were going to ask me that. No,
Fine.
I've not read the first issue yet. No, it's available now.
Okay.
I'm just not ready yet.
Okay, fair enough.
But I will report back.
Yeah, but I plan on each week. I'm just gonna not single issues, but just take, like a 5-issue block or whatever, and just kind of talk about that a bit. But I really enjoyed that. So that's my comic review for the week.
Didn't you at one time, Scott, have number sales for units of books during a month?
Yes, yeah. There's a couple of sites where it lists like the top 100, 150, and how many units get sold and stuff like that. Yeah.
The reason I'm asking is we're talking in the way we talk because we're nerds and we kind of follow the stuff in different aspects, like movies, TVs, and comics.
Yeah.
So one of the things we always seem to bring up, and we do it because we're the nerds, right? Mm-hmm. Is assuming that the reason I'm guessing because you said they brought this character in the comic book and because you assume they're going to bring it into the movies.
Well, I mean, she's the character that Charlize Theron has already played in the movie.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah, so they've already touched on her, and when they put her in the, I didn't think she. I suspect if he got any notes, it was, hey, let's put Clea in this. You're a great writer. It's going to be a great story. We'd like at least to have her in the comic reader's consciousness.
So the way I look at stuff is that the market for comic book sales is very small. Very small. Not way any close in the 90s where it really reached its peak. Now it's even less.
Yeah.
So I look at it differently simply because I don't think the studios or say to the comic book people, let's introduce this character into the comic book. I don't think they care because the units sold compared to actually what they're looking for. Now, if we're putting it that way, units sold doesn't really make a big impact on the movie. What it makes a big impact is if they say the movie's in is to people like us, older readers, right? Because as much as we complain about movies not doing this and this and this, we're complaining from the point of view of nerds. I've said this quite a few times. When they make a movie, the people making a movie are not concerned with just the nerds. They want to please them enough, as you said earlier on, as this podcast or the last one, is they want to bring people in. So they try and please us so that we can go tell our friends who are not really nerds and to go on and say, but introducing them characters into the book with the hope of generating the vast amount of interest in the character, I don't think it really applies.
Depends on the writer.
No, but it doesn't depend who the writer is because people don't really look at the writer either. When our average person goes and looks at a comic book, right? First thing they're doing, they're picking it up and seeing if it interests them. They don't care who writes it. The first thing they look is like, is the art okay? Okay, now I read the story. Then they may be interested in the writer. I really think we put too much emphasis believing that we control a lot. That we control a lot of what they're thinking that that we believe that if they put this character in, it's because they're going to interest it. But you said they'd be interested in the movie. But I don't think the studio comes in and says, no, we've got, let's see, how many units sold of Marvel X-Men number 3 or 4 or 5? And they've only sold 10,000. And the population of the United States is vast, right? I can't put it. I don't think they really care if that character is in the comic book. I think the only person that cares that the comic book character is in the comic book is the writer in Marvel Comics. So I don't think introducing a character into the comic books, they try it the other way around, right? They try to push like Miss Marvel onto people, but comic book sales don't really do a whole lot for Miss Marvel. It's the studio pushing the character, so they introduced her to a bunch of stuff in different areas because they want that character. But pushing it just in the comic book, I don't think they really fucking care. There's not enough of us to bring in the people. So
depends on the writer. I mean, and I make reference to the story we just talked about last week with Grant Morrison, and I would put him in the same. I would put him in the same category as J. Michael Straczynski, where if he puts something in, and especially if he speaks up, if he has a conversation with someone, he gets listened to. That's why when I say writer, not any writer, but specific writers, if they put something, if you put characters in the books, it'll carry more weight than a lot of writers.
But the audience that he's reaching for are comic book artists, right? Comic book readers, right?
Very
he's
vocal.
Making it very vocal, but he's only targeting a certain area. So, as much as we want to try and say it doesn't matter who the comic book writer is, I really don't. They'll have more say or more vocal, as you said, but I don't think introducing a character in a comic book, says, "Oh, we're going to put her in our next movie. Let's introduce her." You're only picking up, 10,000 people picking up that book. They really don't give a shit.
In this particular instance, they needed to send someone back who had something to do with the Mystics arts, but Doctor Strange kind of had to be in the present. So I understand why they did it, but who knows?
They could have put anybody in there. They could have put
needed
anybody.
someone in the Mystic arts.
Yeah, well, they needed someone in the Mystic art from the books, right? Introduced, because they're trying to stay within that universe. But the general audience don't give a fuck who she is. She could have been Buddy Hackett from the future, who's put him in there and he's a Mystic art. And who's this guy? Oh, he's okay, cool. He's here to help him. So I just think that we get too damn excited because we think this is what's going to happen, and we think we're going to put them in the book because it's going to be there in there. But the general audience doesn't give a flying fuck about it. Just us, and the people who will listen, and the people in the conventions, and so the writers of that unit at that time, the writers of that TV. But general, no, I don't. I just found it interesting. They always seem to think that, oh yeah, they introduce because they want people to show, but who are the people? It's just us, and not the general audience, right?
I mean, looking at it a slightly different way, maybe they are doing it for us.
Yeah, doing it for us to get us excited, right? So that we can go and talk to the nerd. Who was that chick at the end? This is this and this.
Leia.
Yeah. This is why we put her in. So the nerd of the the 10,000 books, enjoy it. And then when someone says, "Who the fuck is that character?" at the end of the movie, I can tell you. If I can tell, Scott can tell you fucking which issue, what time, what panel, what she was wearing, and then so then you hope that we go out and sell it, right? But
True.
That's how it works, So, anyways, I don't do much talking. At that time, I did a whole fucking bunch. Anyways, is there anything else before we put the end to this?
No, I think that's pretty well all that I had.
That's all you got? How about you, Paul?
The only thing I wanted to weigh in on before we finish is the Scrubs reboots, because you spoke about it sometime.
Oh yes, yeah.
I forget now. Yeah. I've not seen the latest episode yet, but I've been watching it because I love Scrubs.
Yeah,
love the original series. It's really, really good. I remember you saying that you were enjoying it.
Yeah.
I can't think your exact words. Might be something like enjoying the fuck out of it or something like that.
No, I'm enjoying it. I'm just enjoying it.
Yeah. Just enjoying it. I'm just enjoying it too. It's different to the first series, even though it's got the 3 main characters in it, and there are some smaller returning characters. Sorry, I say 3, I should have said 4. You don't see Turk's wife very much, whose name I can't remember at the moment.
Yeah.
But it generally centres around the 3, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Turk, JD, and whatever Sarah Chalk's character's called, I can't remember. She's still very attractive, by the way.
JD's wife.
Elliot.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, Elliot.
But Turk's wife. She's in another high profile. She's on a high profile series on ABC.
Good for her.
High Potential.
Yeah.
She plays the sergeant, the captain of the division.
Yeah.
So
okay, so she doesn't have time to be in it.
Yeah, sometimes she doesn't just have time. Yeah.
Oh well, that's good for the other 3 then. I mean, they still generally have the same sort of dynamic. They're still doing the same things. They're still having the flashbacks or the whatever, but it's just not the same because it doesn't have the full cast.
Yeah.
Because, my favourite character was Dr. Cox. So when he left at the end of the first episode, I thought, oh, who's going to fill Dr. Cox's shoes? Because I love his humour.
Yeah.
The Ted the accountant guy isn't in it. The janitor isn't in it. Dr. Kelso isn't in it. It's like, it's just not the same. It can't be because you don't have the same cast. You don't have the same dynamic. So I'm enjoying it, but I'm not enjoying it as much. I love Scrubs. I don't love the Scrubs reboots. I am enjoying it. But we'll see how it goes. I've only seen the first 3 episodes, I think, so far, something like that. I don't know how many episodes there are going to be, so we'll see. We'll see.
I'm the same. I think I enjoy it. It's like comfort food, It's not as good as the first time you ate it, but you still like eating it, right?
Still, yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's like
still eat it every week.
Yep. It's just it's not as good as the first time I tasted it. It's like that damn pie in Manchester. I bet you if I get back there and go eat that again, it'll still have the same kick, but not as much as that first time, right?
No.
So,
because you remember enjoying it, but you don't actually remember how it tastes. You're imagining.
Oh, fuck! It's like
you'll go back and have another one, I think.
Yes. Oh yeah. Go back and it's just missing that experience of the first time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But that's the way I look at Scrubs. It's they're trying to develop these other characters and bring them up, but it's like anything. You get that magic the first time, it's really tough to get it again a second time. Okay, if that's it,
I think so.
That's pretty good.
I'm just writing down the title. It's not funny, but to capture the magic. So use it at the title.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Good idea.
Okay then. We're all done. We're done right now. I don't know about you folks, but we're done. Again, there was a little bit of noise in the background. You've noticed that sometimes there's commercials and sometimes you're not. I'm trying to be a good capitalist now and make some money, which brings us a whole bunch of nothing right now. And also, listen, if you're listening to this, I have no clue how you decide where to put the commercials. I've set it up so it has a start, the end. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I don't know if someone's drinking or whatever. But anyways, if you can, figure out a pattern at least. So, tune in where you find us. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell your friends. Tell your friends you listen to this show you didn't like. Maybe they'll tune in to find out for themselves. Maybe we need some of that hate listening. So hate watching, hate listening. So, you gotta listen to it. Shit. Okay, so next time, folks, have a lovely evening.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Alrighty.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.
That's all, folks.
Thank you. Come again.
Why, you little?